Hello and welcome back to Homeworld. We're back at it again.
Hyperspace successful.
Nice.
We are at the edge of the Homeworld system.
Love it. Brilliant. Good job, people. I'm all about that.
Elson's information was correct. This is the field generator. We must destroy it.
Got it. Okay. As you may remember, this is our second attempt at this mission. Previously, we got absolutely destroyed because I forgot about the standing hyperspace gates, which kind of destroyed half of our fleet, and then the other half got tied up with ion cannons. It was a real mess. Anyway, I've decided that the first thing we're going to do is start work on the third heavy cruiser that we built at the end of our first attempt. That should help us out a bit.
Reporting.
Okay, how are we gonna do this? Control 10.
Reassigned.
First off, I think sending the cloaked fighters in to do the first initial recon was a good idea.
Ready for orders.
My friends, the cloaked fighters, I understand that you do not wish to remain forever in opposing territory. However, that's pretty much what your job is, so you're gonna have to get over it. Here we go, we're sending you straight in.
Understood.
Have fun! Bye. Bye. They're not gonna have fun.
Plan copies.
It's gonna be pretty bad.
Group 2 establishing Delta formation.
Now let's get
Delta formation confirmed.
everyone into formation.
Assuming Delta formation.
We're going to form up these guys as well.
Establishing sphere formation.
For now, we'll just have them guard the carrier. That should be fine.
Acknowledged.
That
Ready
should be
for escort.
fine. Be perfectly fine. We'll set each of these into their own wall formation. The fleet is coming together again.
Confirmed. Wall
What is
formation
this?
confirmed.
Number 6.
Group 6 copies.
6 is gonna form into a wall formation. There's so much comm chatter going on right now. It's crazy.
Plans confirmed.
It's too much for one man to bear. Except I can bear it. I'm fine. It's perfectly fine.
Ready for
I want to keep everyone else out of formation. Capital ships tend to not do very well in
Wing
formation.
assigned support is on the way.
It's just
Hang in
true.
there.
Okay.
Program 10 reports.
0987.
Program 10 reports.
That is the brunt of our fleet. We're going to move them up to a staging area, positioned right here.
Station locked in.
And we're going to bring the carrier up to service any fighter craft necessary. This is just pretty much what we did initially the first time. It's gonna be fine, trust me. It's a perfect plan. It's going to work brilliantly. We're all going to be happy. If you're not happy, I'm going to find you, and I'm probably going to punch you in the face. Anyway, how are the cloaked fighters doing? They are just passing through the sphere of death. Cloaked, of course. They're going to be perfectly fine, don't worry. They're going to be fine! The ion cannons can't even see them. Look at that ion cannon. So smug. Being an ion cannon. Anyway, our first goal will, as last time, be to punch through the sphere. It's not an easy thing to do, I'll admit. It is pretty hard to punch through that sphere. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be a concerted effort. Gonna send all of our capital ships in to do it all at the same time. It'll be brilliant. Now we have this really long cutscene that we are going to skip. Because it's really long and it doesn't even have any information in it. And if you want to see it, you can go back to the last episode and check it out. Cool. See, you still get to see it if you want to see it. Everybody's happy. Just say that you're all happy, please. It would help me so much. It would make me feel so much better about myself. And about yourself and about everything, really. Okay, the fighters are gonna come up.
Research Division reports advancements in sensor fidelity which would allow us to determine the location of enemy ships.
Oh
We
yeah,
advise commencing research immediately.
I advise that as well, and it shall be done. Sensors
Commencing
arrays are
sensors
really
array
good.
research.
Okay. We're going to have to also build
Building
out of the
from
carrier some proximity sensors to see cloaked
Construction
vessels,
commencing.
as we did last time. Heavy cruiser, if you crash into that carrier, I swear to
Proximity sensor
goodness you're...
complete.
Acknowledged.
I'm watching you, Taiidan heavy cruiser.
Proximity sensor complete.
Jeez, that got really close to hitting.
Proximity
Oh,
sensor
Lord.
complete.
Okay. Okay.
Proximity sensor complete.
Almost in position for the first assault. People of the Kushan,
Proximity sensor complete.
please
Copies.
prepare your butts
Contact receiving.
to be assaulted by the Taiidan. I know you didn't want your butts to be assaulted by the Taiidan. You did not think that that was the most important thing to happen this day. You thought that perchance you would do the assaulting yourselves, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what occurs, because likelihood is it's not going to be good. Okay. Oh, that's standing hyperspace gate. Okay, yeah, we've got a heavy cruiser coming up. That is a thing. So with that heavy cruiser that's coming up, that will be what will start fighting the things that come out of the standing hyperspace gate. Should probably get a missile destroyer as well. I
Building from mothership.
don't really want another missile destroyer in my fleet. It's a bit much. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull back the missile destroyers.
Group A
And they are going to sit here and await the standing hyperspace gates to open.
destination confirmed.
Because a lot of fighters come out of those gates. It has to be said. So, these missile destroyers are going to wait there. And of course, when the enemies come out of the standing hyperspace gates, they're gonna go, surprise! And the missile destroyers are gonna go, you're dead! And everybody's gonna die, and it's gonna be great. That's the ideal situation. Trust me. Okay, and they will be backed up by a heavy cruiser and a corps of fighters, so they should be in a good position. Let's check. Oh, wow. That is beautiful positioning. Look at you guys. Look at you all. Gazing at the patrol of 2 heavy corvettes, which is pretty much useless against anything
Group 7 to combat
we're gonna send them at.
stations.
Here we go.
Reporting for duty.
We are in the combat area. 10, engage. The battle has begun.
Awaiting orders.
Okay.
Target acquired.
Our first goal will be to beat off these ion cannons just to start. Because of course we need to get rid of them. Oh,
Acknowledged in our favor.
that multi-beam frigate is taking a lot of damage.
Receiving.
That destroyer is taking a bit of damage as well. We don't want to lose anything, if at all possible. So we're gonna try not to.
Engaging.
Kind of obvious, but you know. It's what we have to do! Okay. We're spreading fire across many ion cannon frigates,
Intercept course.
while still concentrating enough fire on a small enough quantity of them that we can take them out quickly. See, it's a little trick. You gotta do it right. If you don't do it right, you're gonna be in a bad situation.
Combat station target confirmed.
Okay, Group 7 is doing their job. You guys need to take out that ion cannon. The assault frigates are doing their job. We have a lot of ion cannons coming in here. Lots and lots of ion cannons. Oh, please don't die, people. We can't possibly risk doing this again. That would be too much for my brain. Far too much for my brain.
Enemy contact. Reporting for
Okay, we are...
duty. Combat station.
Frigate lost.
We've got that. We might lose a few multi-beam frigates, quite frankly, because they're pretty vulnerable in comparison to everything else that we have. But it'll be fine. They will die in the name of the Kushan. It's a worthy name to die in, believe me. I mean, if you haven't seen our massive struggle, which if you haven't, I don't know why you're watching this episode yet. I mean, I guess you could just have a passing interest in the game Homeworld and you're checking it out to see what it's like, and
Frigate
you realize that it's just really slow capital ship battles, and I have to tell you, that's not entirely the case. You should check out the first episodes, because those are very fast fighter dogfights, and that's a lot of fun. Anyway,
frigate lost.
what was I on about? Okay. I'm gonna pretend that I wasn't actually talking about anything in particular, which is probably actually the case when you get down to it.
Combat station.
And I'm just going to continue commanding my fleet. It's gonna be brilliant. Okay. the destroyers are taking a lot of damage.
Awaiting orders.
There are a lot of ion cannon frigates on them. Luckily, pretty much every ion cannon frigate that isn't fighting the destroyers
Frigate
has been destroyed, which means that everyone's going to be able to target down the ion cannon frigates fighting the destroyers. It's gonna be a good day. There's gonna be tea and crumpets at the end of it for anyone who survives,
Enemy contact.
which is great.
Reporting.
Motivation. That's the word. Which is great motivation for trying to survive.
Awaiting assignment.
The assault frigates are getting pretty beat up as well. It's unfortunate. So we got a heavy cruiser down to help them out.
Unit technology.
It'll be brilliant. Do we have any other ion cannon frigates coming in? Let's check it.
Group 6 to combat stations.
Yeah, I think we have one. This guy right here. So we've almost dealt with these guys. Which is good. That's good. Okay. Minimal losses just across the frigate board, which is pretty expected at this point.
Confirmed.
We're gonna lose frigates. It's gonna happen. Destroyers and heavy cruisers are gonna be our main weapons of choice. Apparently our heavy cruiser came out, and the fleet decided not to tell us, or I didn't hear
Cruiser
it.
under
because
fire.
I'm a dunce. I don't know which it
Sensors
was.
array research. Sensors array available for construction.
Perfect. We need that up
Production
immediately.
underway.
And let's also get ourselves a destroyer to
Construction
recoup
commencing.
some of the losses from this battle. They weren't many losses, so we don't need much to recoup.
Awaiting
But it does need to be recouped.
underway.
Okay, let's see what we got. We have dealt with a large chunk of ion cannon frigates. That is good. Okay. We're gonna have to do something that I greatly regret having to do.
Destination confirmed.
Mr.
Group 9.
Assault Frigate, you have served the Kushan fleet well.
Underway.
But you're going to have to go in there on your own and trigger the event that causes the standing hyperspace gates to open up. Godspeed, fair assault frigate! You won't last long in there. I'm sorry, it had to be done. The people of the Kushan, which are just the Kushan, greatly appreciate your services. I'm sorry, he shall die today. Goodbye. Okay. Hopefully he'll get far enough in to trigger the standing hyperspace gates
Sensors
to
array
open.
complete.
Sensors array. I love the sensors array. I love the sensors array so much. So see, where before, I don't think I described this very well last time because we were in the middle of being like killed last time. Where before this entire group of things would be a single dot, we can now see that it is something like 12, 13 fighters here. And it's probably a fighter or corvette group. So that is, we can see all of this because of this ship right here. If this gets taken out, we lose that ability. So we're just gonna keep it back and
Group 6.
pretty
to
much pretend it
combat
doesn't
stations.
exist. Go, Group 6! No, Group 6, keep going! Keep going! Keep going!
Confirmed.
Trigger the events!
Understood.
Oh, poor Group 6, you're gonna die.
Underway.
You're gonna die. I mean, we all expected this to happen to begin with. Perhaps he can take out a couple more interceptors in the course of this. Although, seeing the spread of his fire is not amazing. Yeah, no, he's gone. Bye, Assault Frigate. You failed in your mission. Good job. You stink. Oh? What's going on here? Okay, looks like we've got movement of the sphere of ion cannons. That's good, that's good. So, as I said briefly in the last mission, in the last time we played this mission, at some point in this mission, the ion cannon sphere moves away. I don't know why exactly this happens. I have a theory about it that I'll explain next mission so that I don't spoil next mission for you, because next mission is pretty crazy. But these ion cannons move away and they are pretty much no longer an issue for us. So we're going to want to wait at least until these guys have gotten a ways out. That'll mean that we don't have to deal with the ion cannon frigates and we'll be in a good position. We always want to be in a good position. It's always good to be in a good position. If anyone tells you it's not good to be in a good position, slap them in the face.
Reinforced.
Okay. 10-9-8-7-6. Everyone push into the sphere. I think they've moved far enough that by the time we get there, we're going to be in a good position. Where are our support frigates? Heal up that poor assault frigate. I know where these assault frigates came from. These were the ones that destroyed our homeworld, now being run by the Kushan themselves. What irony. Anyway, they probably deserve to die, even though we're going to save them, but, you know, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Okay, wait, we want to keep back 2 missile destroyers and a heavy cruiser. And we should have a destroyer up as well. Yes, I keep forgetting about the things I'm building. It's not good. Okay. So those guys, when the standing hyperspace gates open, which one is going to open like right over here? It's probably that dot right there, actually. There's a little white dot there. I've learned in my copious amounts of time playing Homeworld the difference between all of the tiny little dots that people normally wouldn't see a difference between. We're going to go down to that white dot and see if the hyperspace gate is already there. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. I don't know, I haven't checked yet. But we're going to check, and if it is there, we're going to crush it. Because it's for the best. It's for the best that everything dies. Okay, let's see how the ion cannons are moving. Okay, yeah. Looks like a portion of the sphere didn't move out, but that's okay. The majority of it did, and we've got pretty good... we got a pretty good opening to go in and try to take out the hyperspace inhibitor. That would be ideal. Perfectly ideal. We do, of course, have some destroyers to deal with, as well as a heavy cruiser. And a resourcing operation. And the entirety of the Taiidan Navy! No, we don't have that. That's not an issue. Well, it is an issue, but it's not a current issue. We have other issues at hand. Okay. We have 3,720 IUs.
Maximum number of heavy cruisers reached.
Okay. We have as many heavy cruisers as we can get. I wanted to get another one. It's called overdoing it. But
maximum number of destroyers
apparently
reached.
we can't have it. It says so.
Production underway.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is get a destroyer and 2 ion cannon frigates, because that's pretty much all that we can afford. They're very expensive things. Okay. There we go. Oh, Lord Almighty.
The enemy has activated several standing hyperspace gates.
I noticed!
Destroy the gates to prevent enemy reinforcement.
I will! They're right on top of our vessels. Engage, 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 engage! Engage the fighters! Take out the destroyers! Immediately! Do the job! Where's our destroyer? You! Get down to the battlefield! Oh Lord, do not aim for the support frigates. What are you on about? Aim for the fighters. That is your purpose in life, is to destroy those fighters. Now our heavy cruiser is going to take out the destroyers. I think we got this. I think we got this. We're not in a bad situation, that's for sure. We were in a much worse situation last time. This destroyer is going down because that heavy cruiser is not going to give them any chances. You, take out the Corvettes. They're being pesks again. Can't be pesks? Pests. Sorry. That was just a misspeaking. It wasn't even like an accent or anything. It was just wrong. Everyone cancel orders. Hold up where you are. Engage the enemy on their home front.
Reading contact.
It's always best to engage your enemy on the home front. On their home front. It gives them a false sense of security from something that is actually legitimate security. Okay.
Group 1 2 receiving.
4 groups of interceptors are going to go engage this fighter corps up here.
New heading set.
How are we doing down here with the fighters and corvettes?
Iron frigate complete.
Really darn well. That's good. How's the heavy cruiser doing? Apparently the destroyer is outpaced it at this point. That's unfortunate. How is our destroyer doing? Where is our destroyer? Oh, he's right here.
8 on original orders.
Take out the missile destroyer.
Target confirmed.
Destroyer complete.
Okay, looks like we took out all of the corvettes. Oh, there's 1 corvette left. That's not really a threat. Once that's done, we'll take out that missile destroyer, and then we'll destroy the rest. How are the fighters doing? They're making their way downtown. Walking fast.
Reporting for duty.
Some other line. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Under attack.
Okay.